Morning, everyone. Today's weather is very cloudy. Today night, I have a plan to visit some kind of the seminar for the teachers of church. It's a 1 night, 2 days stay. So we would be got kind of the session like how to we improve our teachers skill and how to impress our kids like a Jesus Christ. So I'm really expecting today's schedule. Okay, so let me start today's chapter Genesis and Matthew. Chapter 8. Then God turned his attention to Noah and all the wild animals and farm animals with him on the ship. God caused the wind to blow and the flood waters began to go down. The underground spring was shut off. The windows of heaven closed and the land quit. Inch by inch the water lowered. After 150 days, the worst was over. On the 70th day of the seventh month, the ship landed on the Alat mountain range. The water kept going down until the 10th month. On the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains came into view. After 40 days, Noah opened the window that he had built into the ship. He sent out a raven. It flew back and forth waiting for the flood to dry up. Then he sent a dove to check on the flood conditions, but it couldn't even find a place to perch. Water still covered the earth. Noah reached out and caught it, brought it back into the ship. He waited 7 more days and sent out the dove again. It came back in the evening with a freshly picked over olive leaf in its beak. Noah knew that the fruit was about finished. He waited another 7 days and sent the dove out a third time. This time it didn't come back. In the 601st year of Noah's life, on the first day of the first month, the flood had dried up. Noah opened the hatch of the ship and saw dry ground. By the 27th day of the second month, the earth was completely dry. God spoke to Noah, leave the ship, you and your wife and your sons' wives, and take all the animals with you, the whole menagerie of birds and mammals and crawling creatures, all the brimming prodigy of life, so they can reproduce and flourish on the earth. Noah disembarked with his son and wife and his son's wife. Then all the animals, crawling creatures, birds, every creature on the face of the earth left the sheep family by family. Noah built an altar to God. He selected clean animals and birds from every species and offered them as burnt offering on the altar. God smelled the sweet fragrance and thought to himself, I'll never again curse the ground because of people. I know they have this bent toward evil from an early age, but I'll never again kill off from everything living as I've just done. For as long as the earth lasts, planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never stop. Amen. Yes, chapter 8 says, God never forget his promise to which to send to the people. So anyway, Noah was really obeyed the God's message. Finally, he found out the God's message would achieved. So Noah and his family and all of the creatures in his ship um, could be started again in the new land, whereas all of the water was gone. Yeah, this is the God's achievement should be done. Great. Chapter 9. God bless Noah and his son. He said, prosper, reproduce, fill the earth, every living creature, birds, animals, fish, will fall under your spell and be afraid of you. You are responsible for them. All living creatures are your for food, just as I gave you plants. Now I give you everything else except for meat with its lifeblood still in it. Don't eat that. But your own lifeblood I will avenge it. I will avenge it against both animals and other humans. Whoever shed human blood by humans, let his blood be shed. Because God made a human in his image, reflecting God's very nature. You are here to bear fruit, reproduce, lavish right on the earth, live bountifully. Then God spoke to Noah and his son. I'm setting up my covenant with you, including your children who will come after you, along with everything alive around you, birds, farm animals, wild animals that came out of the ship with you. I'm setting up my covenant with you that never again will everything living be destroyed by flood waters. No, never again will a flood destroy the earth. God continued, this is the sign of the covenant I make living around you and after you. I am putting my rainbow in the clouds, a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. From now on, when I form a cloud over the earth and the rainbow appears in the cloud, I will remember my covenant between me and you and everything living. Then never again will flood waters destroy all life. When the rainbow appears in the cloud, I'll see the remember the eternal covenant between God and everything life, living, every last living creature on earth. And God said, this is the sign of the covenant that I've set up between me and everything living on the earth. The sons of Noah who came out of the ship were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These are the three sons of Noah. From these three, the whole earth was populated. Noah, a farmer, was the first to plant a vineyard. He drank from its wine, got drunk, and passed out, naked in his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw that his father was naked and told his two brothers who were outside the tent. Shem and Japheth took a cloak, held it between them from their shoulders, walked backward and covered their father's nakedness, keeping their face turned away so they did not see their father's exposed body. When Noah woke with his hangover, he learned what his youngest son had done. He said, cursed be Canaan, a slave to his brother. Blessed be God, the God of Shem, but Canaan shall be his slave. God prospered Japheth, living spaciously in the tent of Shem, but Canaan shall be his slave. Noah lived another 350 years following the flood. He lived a total of 950 years, and he died. Yeah, this chapter actually, frankly speaking, I cannot fully understand because I don't think the three sons, got a sins. It's kind of the reasonable things. If their father, someone's father, have got drunken and hangover and with naked, so every I think every other sons would be take care of his father, wearing something like that. So yes, every God's word should be truth, but I need to study. Okay, okay. Anyway, God showed us to the rainbow for His covenant between Him and us, so we never get this kind of disaster from the God. I hope so. Okay, last chapter 10. The family trees of Noah's son. This is the family tree of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth after the flood. They themselves had sons. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Dubai, Mashek, Trias, who they themselves had sons. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Dubai, Mashek, Trias. The son of Gomer, Ajakis, Lepa, Turmal. The son of Javan, Elisha, Takishi, Kiran, Lodaim, the seafaring peoples developed apart from these, each in its own place by family, each with its own language. The son of Ham, Cush, Egypt, Put, Canaan. The son of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Cephas, Lama, Septek. The son of Lama, Sheba, Dedan. Cush had Nimrod. He was the first great warrior on earth. He was a great hunter before God. There was a saying, like Nimrod, a great hunter before God. His kingdom got started with Babel, then Erech, Akkad, and Canaan in the country of Shinar. From there, he went up to Ashur and built Nineveh, Lidobax, Ir, Kara, and reasoned between Nineveh and the great city Kala. Egypt was the ancestor to Ludim, the Anamiam, the Luhabiam, the Nephilim, the Patrician, the Kashurim, the origin of the Palestines, and the Capernaums. Canaan and Sidon has firstborn, has the Jubaelites, the Amorites and Gilgris, the Hivites, the Archites, the Scientists, the Avarites, the Gemarites, and the Hamarites. Later, the Canaanians spread out, going from Sidon toward Gaza, as far south as Gaza, and then is all the way over the Sodom, Gomorrah, Amak, Zebolim, and on to Lasha. These are the descendants of Ham, by family, language, country, and nation. Shem, the older brother of Jabaz, also had a son. Shem was the ancestor to all the children of Eber. The son of Shem, Elam, Ashur, Elapexid, Lud, and Aram. The son of Aram, Uz, Hul, Gerar, Meshias. Arphaxad had Sheher, and Shelah had Eber. Eber had two sons, Phaleg, so named because in his days, and human race divided, and Joktan. Joktan had Almon dead, Shelah, Hajalmes, Jera, Hadoram, Uzal, Tikia, Obal, Abeliam, Sheba, Ophir, Eleven, and Jabab, all sons of Joktan. Their land goes from Mesha toward the Sephar as far as the mountain ranges in the east. These are the descendants of Shem of family, language, country, and nation. This is the family tree of the sons of Noah as they developed into nation. From them, nation developed all across the earth after the flood. Okay, as far as I know, this is the history of the Africa and East Asia, like this. The Adam and goes to Noah and his sons, so they represent the Africa like Sam and Ham. I'm not sure. Anyway, if it is true, the Bible should be the truth, all of the histories. So I believe it. Yeah, it's really awesome. Okay, thanks God. And I move to the New Testament, Matthew chapter 6. Okay, let me start. The world is not a stage. Chapter 6. Be especially careful when you are trying to be good so that you don't make a performance out of it. It might be good theater, but the God who made you won't be applauding. When you do something for someone else, don't call attention to yourself. You've seen them in action. I'm sure stage, acting compassionate as long as someone is watching, playing to the crowds, they get applause too. But that's all they got. When you help someone out, don't think about how it looks. Just do it, quietly and unobtrusively. That is the way your God, who conceived you in love, walking behind the scene, helps you out. Play with simplicity. And when you come before God, don't turn that into a theatrical productions either. All these people making a regular show out of their players, hoping for stardom. Do you think God sits in a box seat? Here's what I wanted you to do. Find a quiet, secluded place so you won't be tempted to role play before God. Just be there as simply and honestly as you can imagine. The focus will shift from you to God, and you will begin to sense His grace. The world is full of the so-called player warriors who are play ignorant. They are full of formulas and programs and advice, peddling techniques for getting what you want from God. Don't fall for the nonsense. This is your father you are dealing with, and he knows better than you what you need. A sin. Set the world right. Do what's best. As also below. Keep us alive with 3 square meals. Keep us forgiven with you and forgiving others. Keep us safe from ourselves and devil. You are in charge. Can do anything you want. You are availage and beauty. Yes, yes, yes. In prayer, there is a connection between what God does and what you do. You can't get forgiveness from God, for instance, without also forgiving others. If you refuse to do your part, you cut yourself off from God's part. When you practice someone appetite, denying this feeling to better concrete it on God, concentrate on God. Don't make a production out of it. It might turn you into small-time celebrity, but it won't make you a saint. If you go into training inwardly, act normal outwardly, shampoo and comb your hair, brush your teeth, wash your face. God doesn't require attention getting device. He won't overlook what you are doing. He will reward you well. A life of God worship. Don't host the teacher down here, where it gets eaten by moths and corrupted by lust or worse, stolen by burglars, stockpiled treasure in heaven, where it's safe from moths and lust and burglars. It's obvious, isn't it? The place where your treasure is the place you will most want to be and end up being. Your eyes are windows into your body. If you open your eyes wide in wonder and believe, your body fills up with light. If you lie squinty-eyed in greed and disturb, your body is a dank cellar. If you pull the blind on your windows, what a dark life you will have. You can't rush to God's errands. Loving one God, you will end up having the other adoration of one feeds contempt for the other. You can't rush God and money boss. If you decide for God, living a life of God worship, it follows that you don't fuss about what's on the table at the meal times or whether the clothes in your closets are in fashion. There is far more to your life than the food you put in your stomach will to your outer appearance than the clothes you hang on your body. Look at the birds, free and unfettered, not tied down to a job description, careless in the care of God. And you can't far more to Him than birds. Has anyone by fussing in front of the mirror even gotten taller by so much as an inch? All this time and money wasted on fashion. Do you think it makes that much difference? Instead of looking at the fashions, walk out into the fields and look at the well fielders. They never print or shop, but have you ever seen color and design quite like it? The 10 best dressed men and women in the country looks shabby alongside them. If God gives such attention to the appearance of wild fruits, most of which are never even seen, don't you think He'll attend to you, take pride in you, do his best for you? What I'm trying to do here is to get you to relax, to not be so preoccupied with the getting, so you can respond to God's giving. People who don't know God and the way He works first over these things, but you know both God and how He works. Step your life in God reality, God initiative, God prevision. Don't worry about missing out. You will find in all your everyday human concern will be met. Give your entire attention to what God is doing right now, and don't get worked up about what may or may not happen tomorrow. God will help you deal with whatever hard thing come up when the time comes. Amen. Yeah, I'm always stepped in everything that I want, which is related to on the money things. I really like money. I hope sometime later I'm free of the money, free for the money. So the actually my favorite thing is just reading the books, whatever, in the some nice place like hotel cafe or something nice view cafe, nice look overseas cafe. And I like really like go off road and go around, hang around. Yeah, this is my problem. But I also love God, absolutely, absolutely. But I always worry about how to I earn the money, how get I money, how do I live without money. Always thinking and considering. So I repent today. My useful is concern for the money, and I'm only okay. Thank you. Okay, have a good day, guys. See you later.